I'm happy to introduce Kristi Peacock, who joins us, Course Development Manager at Michigan Virtual. Kristi was a teacher for many years before becoming an instructional designer for Michigan Virtual, and her experience spans from elementary school to community college, working with a whole wide range of students. Kristi, thank you for coming on with us.
Well, thank you for having me.
So tell me about how you design an online course. I've always wondered how you put those things together.
Well, Mitch, to be honest, it's more than meets the eye. When you look at an online course, it looks quite simple, but really the process is a bit complicated. At Michigan Virtual, we take a team approach. So we have subject matter experts, we have instructional designers that design courses, we have course builders that help us put the bits and pieces together to make it into a course. But just like face-to-face courses, our focus initially starts at the alignment to state standards. So that's no different than what you do when you're in a face-to-face classroom putting your curriculum together for the year. But we do spend a bit of time on research into online pedagogy so that we're making sure that we're doing the absolute best we can to engage our students and help them learn and remember new material.
Right.
But really, the entire time we're doing this, we're thinking about accessibility and diversity, because what we don't know that face-to-face teachers do know is the faces of all the students that are in our classroom, and we have to make sure that our courses are suitable for all students.
Well, if you're teaching solid subjects, aren't the subjects themselves suitable for students?
Yeah, they are, but like in our environment, we're not actually seeing the students, and we don't know the multitude of students. We might have students that have different abilities with their vision or their hearing or their mobility that would help them navigate a course with a mouse. So we have to be aware of all those things when we produce courses.
I have to think that, I don't know how long ago you got into this, but online learning must change every year because the computer world changes every year. From when you started and what was called an online class to what is being done now, what's the difference?
Oh, it's huge. So I built an online course one time for one of the districts that I worked for because we needed to get all of our students before they could graduate through like one of those basic computer skills class. You remember the day when we did fax cover sheets and memo letters and all of that with Microsoft Word. And in order to do that, we needed more capacity. So I built an online version of that course years ago. And I think about what I did, just like putting the page numbers of the textbook, assignments and readings and things like that in, to what I'm building today. They're night and day different.
Wow. Well, don't feel bad. The only thing I ever built was an ashtray, and so that didn't work out so well anyhow. What advice would you give to teachers who are doing like what you've done to put their lessons online and to make courses that maybe they've taught in person work as a virtual course?
I feel bad kind of for teachers that have been thrown into this year with the coronavirus and the expectation that they're going to build these courses quickly and get them out there for their students. It's so different. The focus is all on them to know it all, to build it all. Where we have this team approach that I talked about earlier, I think the biggest thing they need to remember is just like Michigan Virtual and our first courses that I was a mentor teacher for back in the early 2000s, take an iterative approach. You got to start somewhere. None of us are experts to begin with. Put something out there. Don't be afraid to do some action research with your students because believe me, they are honest. Ask them what they don't like and what they do like. And remember, it's all about the enthusiasm. Trust yourself. If it's engaging and exciting to you, it will be engaging and exciting to them. And just remember why you got into education and share your love of learning.
That's good advice for a teacher of anything, anywhere. Thank you, Kristi. Appreciate you coming on with us.
Oh, you're so welcome.